Okay, day 4. 283, move zeros. Given an integer array nums, move all zeros to the end of it while maintaining the relative order of the non-zero elements. Note that you must do this in place. Oh, fudge. Timer. Note that you must do this in place without making a copy of the array. Without making a copy of the array. So example 1, nums 0, 1, 0, 3, 12. So again, we're working with integer array called nums. And today all we are doing is what? Moving some zeros. Do we just loop through this numbers array and move things around? Less than. So if we can simply loop through the array, and if the value happens to be 0, then do something with it. What if the number is not 0, or there are multiple zeros? So I would think that we start here. This was 0, so we want to move it. Do we just swap it with the next value? Or what? I feel like that would be slightly inefficient, but I think we could start there for now. Let's see. If nums.I is equal to 0, we don't have to like sort anything else. Just move the zeros around. So if it's not 0, then we can continue. Is equal to 0, then we would have to find the value is 0, then we should move it to the next index where value is not 0. I mean, technically, we could just swap regardless of the value of the following index, because next time, the next index that we iterate to but what if the test case is like 0 or 1, 0, 0, like this? Or like, well, if everything is 0, then I guess fine. Okay, I am looking at the solution. So obviously it was very much incomplete. Um, I looped through the array, and if they were not 0, I didn't touch them. And then if they were 0, then I was gonna move them back. The problem arose when there were multiple or consecutive zeros, and that's when this idea didn't work too well. And I feel like the moment that I realized that was going to be an issue and I tried to find tricks to make that happen, I knew that I was entering a swamp of like, there's got to be an easier way to do this. And then I got hit with the food coma, and I'm like, genuinely, I feel like I was frozen. Um, and I was wondering if there were some. I was trying to think of tricks that can move the zeros or non-zeros around, but I couldn't quite think of the proper logic to do that. So looking at, well, I know it's very incomplete, and I know it doesn't compile. I feel like I was just missing the right logic. So looking at the answer from Claude, they use two-pointer approach for move zeros problem. No need to track consecutive zeros. Yeah, I think that's what I was trying to do, and I didn't know how to do it else, like otherwise. So reading at the answer, the insert position is 0 for each number in numbers. If they are not 0, then numbers array position gets incremented. So what I'm curious about is how does this function with like the test answers? So let's say 0, 1, 0, 3, 12. Right? So for each number in nums, if number is not 0, nums insert position. So we have to, let me count how many non-zeros are there. I see 1, 2, and 3 numbers. So insert position. Okay. So this would be so that would be at 0th position. But then like I don't know what the other numbers are doing in that exact moment. Okay, and then that's the second number. We increment the insert position by 1. Or, yeah. And it's a post incrementer. So I think this becomes 2 and then gets assigned. So 1, 3. And then, that would be 3. Okay, and then so it would be 1, 3, 12. And then while insert position 3 is less than nums at length, which is 5, nums insert position plus plus. So we were at 3. 4 would be 0, and then 5 would be 0, I think is what it's saying. think I understand what they're trying to do. Quick reflection for day 4. It was a little bit difficult in the sense that I feel like some of the class material that we've been working on is kind of frying my brain. So then I ate late and felt difficult to focus during this session. Um, but this logic that Claude showed me, the whole two-pointer approach, is not something that is familiar with me yet. So I think I need to learn more about the two-pointer approaches in general. Like even for palindrome problems, I'm used to uh, maybe I do use two-pointer for that. I don't think it is. But like I don't think I understand the approach just in general. So, and I know that it is very important idea when it comes to Leetcode. So I'm gonna have to add that to the list of things that I research. Today we were told that we will be working on some mini projects that I'm pretty excited about. I'm not sure. I don't think I'll be adding that stuff to YouTube because the focus here is definitely more on the Leetcode side of things. And I feel like I would need to focus a lot to like, and for me to like edit all of that would be crazy amount of time sink since I'll be looking up things 99.9% of the times to make those work. Um, and another thing that I'm trying to do this weekend is making like a kind of like a scales book in music where you repeat certain passages over and over again to drill down the basics. I think I'm going to do that with the fundamental syntaxes like, how to write these or how to access this or how to, I don't know, like all those like little syntax stuff that I feel the need to look up. I think I'm going to try to really master them one at a time so that not only it saves time, but like so that I don't get stuck just by syntax. Like imagine being lucky enough to be afforded some great opportunity to interview somewhere, and if I got stuck at syntax and can't do anything, that would be pretty depressing. Um, but yeah, I think I need to sleep. So thank you for watching. I I feel like I will be able to get the next one.